Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn the concept of global and local variables. Alright. Now here I have defined a simple function that adds two numbers. Okay. The name of the function is add, which takes in two parameters x and y, and inside the function I am adding x and y and then storing it in C. After that we are printing the value of C. Alright. Now when I call this function by passing two arguments, and when I run this I get the result as 7. Okay. Now let us examine what happens when we move the print statement outside the function and execute the program. Now I have cut the print statement from here and pasted it here. When I run this, I get an error saying C is not defined. Why is this? This is because the variable C, when defined inside the add function, is a local variable. Okay? Local variables are confined to the scope of the function in which they are defined. Meaning, this local variable will work only inside this function. And since here it is out of the function, we are getting an error. Okay? We can access the variable only within the function. Okay? Local variables are confined to the scope of the function in which they are defined. They are accessible only within that function. And once the function's execution is completed, the local variables cease to exist. Okay? This is why when we attempt to access C outside the function, we are getting an error. This is because Python is not able to find its definition. Alright. So this only works when it is inside the function. Why? Because this variable C can be accessed only inside this function. This is a local variable. Okay. Next is global variables. Okay. Global variables are declared outside of any function and they can be accessed from anywhere within the program. Let me show you how to do it. Let me say C is equal to 5. Okay. Now here I am saying print C. Outside the function 2, I will say print C. Okay. I will clear this and now I will run this program. When I run this, I get the output as 7 and 5. The first output, 7, is the result of this function call. Okay? Where C is a local variable. The second output, 5, is the result of this print statement, where the C is a global variable. Okay. This C and this C are different. This C works only inside this function. This C can be accessed anywhere in the program. Alright. Now, global variables can be accessed within functions too, but modifications to global variables within functions require special handling. Alright, now let me show you how. Let me take another example, and here I will say A is equal to easy. Okay, I am storing a string in this variable A. Remember that the names of variables must be meaningful. Here I have taken it as A to keep it simple. Alright, so this is not the right way to name a variable. Okay, next I will say def new, and here I will say print Python is and then A. Okay, now let me call the function. I will say new, and I will clear this, and I will run this. It says Python is easy. Okay, here A is a global variable because it is declared outside this function. Okay, inside the function we are printing the string Python is, and then we are accessing the value of A. Since A is global variable, we can access the value of A from anywhere. And so when we execute this program, we get Python is easy. Alright. Now, if I attempt to modify the global variable within this function without explicitly declaring it as a global variable, then what happens is a new local variable with the same name will be created. Okay, so I cannot modify this variable by declaring it like this. Now what Python has done is it has created a new local variable by the same name. So now when I run this, I get Python is tough. It is accessing this local variable now. Okay. Now if I copy this and paste it outside the function, and if I run this, then I will get Python is tough and Python is easy. Python is tough is the result of this print statement where A is the local variable. Python is easy is the result of this print statement where the A value being accessed is of the global variable. Alright. So if I want to modify this global variable from within this function, then I have to use the keyword global and say A. Alright. Now when I run this, I get Python is tough and Python is tough. When I write like this, it indicates that we are referring to the global variable A. Okay. Consequently, the assignment A is equal to tough modifies the global variable A, and as a result, the output is Python is tough and Python is tough. the result of this is the first line, the result of this is the second line. Alright? Yes. So this is about the scope of variables. Okay? It is better to minimize modifying global variables like this because it makes the code difficult to understand and maintain. Alright? Yes. So this is it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.